I brought you guys here because, well, I don't know if you remember from a few vlogs back, we went to Iluso, we were looking at a couple cars, and there was a really cool red wide-body GTR. And everybody said, like, we should build a super sick modded GTR. My love for GTRs is endless, and so is Jesse's. So today we were like thinking, hey, why don't we start that and let's mod our GTR? You know, I think that's a great idea, and I think it'd be a great project for us. And quite frankly, we need something fun to do right now anyways. So
it'll make the GTR the fastest car we have again.
Yeah, it definitely will, because it's kind of, all these new cars are
pretty fast.
They're pretty fast. So but GTR is losing its like its crown right now. But I think after today,
we're gonna bring it back.
Bringing it back. We can't go super wide body because well, when those get crashed, insurance companies don't want to fix them. That's a pretty straightforward answer. But we can do some epic engine mods, some tuning, and get it going real fresh. So let's get on the website and let's check it out. Okay, so my friends at Speed by Design, this guy's name is Chris. He started this company a while ago, back when I had my own personal GTR. I've kind of called him up and I said, hey man, I want to buy some cool stuff for the GTR, and he's gonna support us. All right, we're gonna pay for these. This is not like an ad or anything for him. I just like, you know, supporting my friends and then always hook us up. What we're gonna do is do intakes, exhaust, probably blow off valves, and tune, flex fuel, right? So I saw him here, he has this kit. Let's check this page here. Boom, right here, check this out. All right, so we're gonna get 9-second quarter-mile proven kit. All right?
Man, they make things so simple now.
I know.
You don't have to put it together yourself.
So we got down pipes, a mid pipe, the full exhaust with some titanium bent tips. We've got 3-inch intakes, some 1100cc injectors, the as new fuel pumps. These right here are the block off plates for some of the current blow off valves. I don't know if it, oh actually no, I'm sorry, I totally screwed that one up. That has nothing to do with those.
It's for the intake filters.
It is, yeah, because they make a design, listen, because they convert them to speed density also.
Oh, okay.
And so GTRs have that, and that's what I thought it was, but it's not. All right, so click
the basic kit.
Add this to cart. All right, now I want to go back and I want to go and get the flex fuel kit, okay? Because the flex fuel kit is going to be important for Vegas because we have E85 back again now. I don't know if you guys saw the vlog where things didn't work out too well in the end for me. We were on our way to get E85, but things are back. Woo! Okay.
$800, that's pretty cheap.
I know, and it comes with all the lines, everything you need, boom, add to cart. If anybody wants a 9-second car, this is the mods you need. You need $4,500 here, $800 here, you're done, ready to go. So we're gonna have to pay that $1,300 extra on another.
Grand total is $6,000.
$5,254, but plus
$1,300. That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. $6,600, right. Give or take.
Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty good deal to get a 9-second car.
Yeah, I mean, think about that, man. 9-second car, you know.
Pretty easy to do. That's, you know, if you ever worked on a GTR, doing the exhaust system, well, taking out the cats, it's not that easy to do. So,
and you know that's what we're doing.
Yeah. But then this is going for upgrades.
Yeah, it's better to replace it than stock cats, right?
Yeah, okay, when you're doing stock cats, it's not that fun.
Proceed to PayPal. Oh, we should use my balance. I got $765 in PayPal. And boom. We paid $54.09 Speed by Design. So that shows that I don't get anything free over here because, you know, I'm not about that life.
Yep.
Done. All right, next part of this vlog is when this mail comes. So as soon as the mail comes, we're gonna start this build.
Unboxing.
That's it. Unboxing. Yeah, we're gonna do the unboxing.
Do the unboxing. We haven't done one of those yet.
Gonna unbox a styrofoam wrapped tubular pipe. Nice.
Got injectors coming.
All right, guys. We'll see you back in a couple days when this stuff shows up. All right, guys, today is the day where all the boxes showed up for the mods for the GTR. Now, this is gonna be a pretty cool experience because, you know, we're modding a rental car. And rental car mods are very rare. Let me just put it that way. And especially on the GTR, because you know what we bought. We bought the 9-second quarter-mile guaranteed kit from Speed by Design. Now, Chris has sent us all this stuff. I got the Cobb earlier before I got these boxes, so I kind of already opened that one up. But Jesse and I are going to start opening these up and show you guys the mods we're about to put on the car.
There's one good thing when I work here.
You should kind of wait.
It feels like Christmas all the time for me, you know what I'm saying?
Christmas. All right, what are these? Downpipes. So, let's see. The biggest horsepower gain comes from these right here. So basically, the downpipes, which are probably like this big normally with catalytic converters on the GTR, these are the hardest thing to get off the car. I've done it in my garage, and it's been really cool, you know, but also very hard. All right, so we've got downpipes already.
Hey Mario, you know that video that we posted at the drag race where the GTR was spitting flames?
Yeah.
It's gonna really spit flames now.
Yeah, that one time when you made the GTR spit some funny flames.
It was like, it's like Street Fighter Hadoukens coming out with the exhaust
That was
pipes.
what I was going for, man.
Yeah? What we got here?
Air intake.
Oh, nice. Got filters,
Oh, check this out.
lines.
This is my flex fuel kit too.
Woo!
All right, so if anybody doesn't know what flex fuel is, let me show you. The sensor right here, okay? What this does is it senses the ethanol content in the fuel. So if anybody's in Vegas and they go downtown and they hit up the gas station with E85, the car will make about 15 to 18% more power on ethanol versus 91 octane. Plus it actually smells better too, because the GTRs have a problem where it gets really, really hot and the fuel tank sits on the transmission and it like makes a very rough fuel smell. So with ethanol, it doesn't. It actually smells like McDonald's, to be honest. It's like old burger grease. So it's pretty
And
cool.
it's definitely cheaper.
No, it's way cheaper.
85 is way cheaper.
Yeah, it's about, I think, $2.30 a gallon versus like $3.20 a gallon for 91 octane. So what this does, let me get to this again, is it senses the fuel and automatically calibrates the tune for the amount of power that the car is going to need for the fuel. So this is a very important thing. Got high flow pumps.
Pump.
Boom, nice.
High flow pumps.
And the intake.
Yeah,
So
intakes
polished
right
black, 3-inch intakes. What's in this one?
It has that wrinkle texture on it.
Yeah,
too.
the wrinkle black.
Pretty dope.
Oh, fuel injectors, right there.
Ooh.
So
What CCs are those?
I think I got 1200s. Yeah, 1200 cc's.
Just steal those, put them on my car. Couplers.
Cool. Cool. That's a cool box. Let's go with this one.
Hey.
Looks like a mid pipe. Wow, 4-inch
4 inches?
mid pipe, dude. I went with the big one. Look how big this thing is.
Telling you, Christmas every day. Huh? It's all good. Oh,
Look at
yeah.
this. Hello?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
4-inch mid pipe.
Wait, pick that up again. Let's get a thumbnail.
Hold on, actually, let's just measure this. Jesse, come over here.
How tall it is compared to
Yeah.
me? I think it's tall as me. Put it down, put it down. Nah, I gotta be.
Oh man, this
Yeah.
is a 6-foot mid pipe.
Mine is 12 inches. Next.
Oh, and more of the mid pipe actually, because this is the part that hooks into the down pipes.
Oh yeah, flex pipe on it too. Great.
Yeah, you need.
So we don't crack welds.
Let's see. Look, this is because they're 3-inch down pipes.
Yeah.
Right, and then it comes into the already. We don't need like a reducer or the other way around.
Yeah,
so
2
it
to
comes
1.
into the 4-inch already. So this actually goes.
Big clamp right here.
This goes right here. Oh, actually, you know what? It goes on this side. Yeah, it goes on top.
Yeah, split. Clamp goes here.
Yeah. All right, so we all know definitely what's going to be in this box then.
I don't know, what is it?
clearly the other part of the exhaust. It's all good, we're open.
There we go. There's the money maker.
Dude, the GTR is gonna be so loud. I had 3-inch exhaust on my old GTR that I modded, and I kind of felt like it's on the loud side. We went extreme. Full-blown 4-inch exhaust all the way out. Look at the size of these mufflers.
Oh, look at these. Burnt tips.
Yeah, I got the burnt tips.
We're a little fancy over here. Check these out.
Ooh.
Oh, they put saran wrap so we can get our fingerprints on it, you know, so it stays looking cool. But looks pretty fresh.
You want probably a little louder next time?
Doesn't he look like he's 5 years old right now? Opening this?
Yep.
So happy.
Jeez, this thing is super heavy.
That's not good.
Yeah.
We need weight. We need weight.
Okay. There you go.
Check this out.
Beautiful. We should keep these.
That's actually pretty cool.
No,
So
we should really keep these.
There you go. The bird tips. Gonna look super fresh.
I love the design, how all of this is already V-banded. It's all already made. Back in the day, the GTR parts were not this, well, high quality because, you know, they were new cars and everything. So before I had reducers and all that kind of stuff on my stock exhaust. And I'll show you guys, I'll take the stock exhaust and I'll show you how it's actually really nice compared to what is like on a regular car.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a huge upgrade. So we are gonna set this over here.
Clamps. Make sure I don't lose any of these clamps.
And that's the mods. So we're gonna clean these boxes up, gonna get this car in the lift, and we're gonna start taking it apart. All right, guys, so I'm about to get started on the mods. Now, I'm gonna do this all alone because, well, it brings back old memories. I did this once before in my garage, back when I had a 2009 GTR, well before royalty ever started, back when I was a cable guy traveling all over the United States. But this was one of the funnest things that I ever got to do because, you know, to modify a really expensive car. Now, the GTRs are like 120 grand, but it's still really cool because, you know, you get to take apart all the things, and these are fuel injectors and flex fuel sensor and the more flex fuel sensor stuff, fuel lines, air intakes. We're gonna do all of this right now. So once I remove this cover right here, you're gonna see I've got to take the manifold off. These are the old pipes that we're replacing. We're getting rid of these here. So basically, in order to get the intakes from there to the turbos are down there, I gotta take this off. I gotta get this out, and excuse the mess. We had a pretty big coolant blow up. Our coolant tank, that's why I already have an alpha coolant tank, literally exploded, and it shot coolant everywhere. And unfortunately, we're unable to get this off. It's stuck there for life. So maybe one day we'll see if we can fix that. But today is not the day. In here, I'm gonna crack all of these loose so it evenly comes up because I don't want to have to replace the gaskets or any of those things. So I'm gonna get all these out. All right, so these are the these are coming from the intercooler. Here's your what they would be blow-off valves, excess boost pressure, your boost sensors and stuff like that. So we're taking these out so we can get to the bottom of the bottom right here where the intake is. We're not replacing these. Now I do think I ordered blow-off valves, but I'm not sure if they came yet because I didn't see them in that box. So these are coming off temporarily. these are vacuum hoses, but you see that? Now our intake manifold is off. We'll clean it up too. You get a lot of oil blow by on a turbo car, so you get a lot of oil, not a lot, but you can get some oil inside your intake. So not too much, not that bad. I'm gonna grab some towels and I'm gonna lay it over the intake so nothing falls in there, no tools, so I don't blow the motor while I'm doing this. Give me a few seconds, I'll be right back. I got some clean towels. So what I'm gonna do is basically just lay these in here, kind of put them in like this. That one towel goes for 3 cylinders. And that way, I mean, look, this is, I guess, not a ghetto way, but this is just making sure that if I drop a tool, it doesn't go in the cylinder and mess anything up. Because these are our fuel rails right here, and we're definitely about to get fuel everywhere because I let the car sit about 3 hours. I went to lunch, came back, I let it relax, so the fuel pressure should be next to 0, right? And we definitely want the fuel pressure to be next to 0 because when I pull the fuel rails off to put the plugs in, they're gonna just shoot everywhere, fuel. So right now, I think we're gonna be good to take these off, all right? Just gotta make sure I can get enough room in there, but I should be all right. I'm gonna actually unclip the injectors from the top of the rail so I'm not kind of like prying on them backwards. So basically there's these little clips in here. I'll show you guys. Right here. Now this clip right here holds the injector in. See that? That's what I was talking about. See? Got fuel spraying all over me. There's a little bit of pressure. My biggest pet peeve is smelling like gas. I absolutely hate smelling like gas. It's so gross. And it never goes away. Okay. All right, now that I know there's a little pressure. All right, see? And there you go. So now our fuel rails, see how much fuel is still there? All right, look at that, a lot. So I'm just gonna kind of set this to the side while I unplug each injector. And pull it out, all right? I've got a dirty rag, I'm just gonna put those down there. Are you learning something, Jesus? Of course. Ask him. Do you know how to pull injectors now?
I do, actually. I did
You
my
know
own
how to pull
course.
Injectors. What's wrong with you?
I
He
said
said
I
he
do.
knows.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Come on, guy.
When here's some crazy news,
Give
look
it
at
the
this.
pet. Let me see.
This is a coil pack that came out of the MP4, made in China.
Ha!
The one we pulled at 650, made in Germany.
What coil packs do we have now?
The Germany, or the old ones are the Germany ones. These are the ones that came out of MP4 right now.
Man, McLaren, man, you weren't doing it right.
So this could be a problem.
Jesse's working on one of the McLarens right now, and we're having a misfire issue on it. And Bosch looks like they made Bosch plugs, right? Which
Or
is
coil pack.
same part number.
numbers.
One made in China, one made in Germany. We're gonna throw the German one in there and see what happens.
Yeah. Because the spark plug still looks pretty good.
Nice.
So probably not the problem.
Jesus, his dream job is to work on a GTR. And he's so mad right now. He's just sitting there watching me do this. Jesse's yelling at him. That's funny. He's like, come on, let me help you. That's funny. All right, so we've got the original plugs out. Now, I'm going to change this glove real quick and wash my hands so that I don't smell like fuel all day. All right, I'll be right back. Before I put the manifold back on and the injectors in, I want to do the flex fuel lines because what happens is I have to take this line off back here. And I'm not going to lie, one time back in the day, I did make the mistake to put it all back together and think that I could just put the flex fuel lines on after the fact, and it didn't work out too good. Everything had to come right back off. So I'm going to unbolt this right here, and these two lines right here get changed over to the flex fuel sensor, and you're about to see that. So just give me about 2 seconds. We'll take these off, and all of this changes. So this piece right here goes in the back. So we're taking that line off. So let's get that one out. gotta be super careful back here because if I drop this bolt, we'll never see it again. Putting the other piece back on is a lot easier because it comes with a little bit bigger bolts, so you can kind of get a better tool in there. Sometimes the smaller bolts are good, but the tools are not. Pop that out. Okay, now this is the regulator here. And so this I think we don't use anymore, and that goes in its place right there. All right, now this line goes on that way and the other line goes on the other way. Okay, so give me about 2 seconds. I'm gonna put some lube on both sides of this so that I don't break the O-ring going in, because that'll be a really bad situation there, because if you break this O-ring, you know, you're gonna have fuel leaking everywhere. You know what I mean? So I've got that piece in. We're gonna, that's clipped in. And now this line right here will go into this when I put the sensor in. I'm gonna put that sensor in next. It's kind of weird that it just goes in front of it, but it's just the way it's designed. Just because you gotta get this off the wall here. I'm gonna put these back in over here. It's actually machined really nice. If you look at, you can't really tell, but it's machined so that the washers fit just like directly into it. It's really, really cool. Perfect. Everything's tight, feels good. I'm gonna actually get the injectors in next, and we will be putting the manifold back on, and I'll get my intakes out after that. Those, they're not that fun because you got to get through all of this stuff right here. Gotta get through all this over here. We'll get them. These injectors have O-rings already on them, which is really good, but we want to lube the O-rings with the lube because, like I said, remember, ripping an O-ring is like the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody. I've done it before. You know, to be honest, I've done everything stupid before, you know? Like, it's all trial and error, and I never had any, like, real mechanic training. I just figured it out, right? Just some things even come with directions. Unfortunately, this doesn't come with directions, but GTR is pretty simple. I'll get it going. Okay, so I did the injectors, the flex fuel kit, the manifold's back on, all this stuff is nice and tidy. I'm gonna grab the intakes next, and once I pull the intakes out, there's 2 little bolts down there. Those will fly out, and I'll put these on with the new filters, and then we'll be ready to go for downpipes, exhaust, and I'm gonna try to get to the fuel pumps, but I need to get a glove because this tank is full of fuel, and I have to go all the way into the pump, man, and that's like, I just don't want to smell like gas that bad. So I'm going to try to get a glove that goes up to here and get the pumps out because I just got to replace those real quick. It's not a hard job. You just get really dirty doing it. So I'm about to pull the intakes out, and we'll be up and finished with the engine bay here in about 20-30 minutes. We're going to put the intakes in, but the filters go into the bumper. So these are like the little cone thingies that make the air slide into the stock intake. Kind of difficult to get out. Yeah, there we go. That's how they work, right there, and then they just pop on, and the filters go in there. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take the mass airflow sensors out before I put the other intakes in, because these little screws are super, super tiny, and they have a tendency to get lost inside the engine bay if you're not careful. So I'm gonna take them out, and I'm gonna install them into the pipes before we put them in. That way, it's just a little safer in case I do end up dropping the screw, you know. I don't lose anything. So this is what a mass airflow sensor looks like. We're just gonna go ahead and insert this directly back right where it goes. All right, guys, so I'm finished with the engine bay modifications. Now, we've got the intakes in, everything's plugged in. I've checked all of my little things that I've unplugged here, got everything tight, shaking it to make sure it's not gonna fall apart. The only problem is you have to put the entire car back together in order to check the fuel lines for leaking. So I hope, cross our fingers, that those O-rings went in well and everything on the fuel rails got in tight. Now I went super slow, triple checked everything, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be okay, but you never know. And well, we've got to turn it on to find out. So now we could technically turn it on, but I'm not gonna do that yet because I need those fuel pumps to be in there because those injectors are 3 times the size of the stock ones. So once I load the tune, I don't want to burn anything else out. So I've got to get the fuel pumps in and then we can check the fuel injectors. Okay, the battle with the exhaust continues. I didn't want to film the whole thing up here because downpipes are like the devil, all right? They can be very complicated because they're on studs that are attached to turbos, and when the stud and the turbo get hot, well, basically they don't come out. The only alternative to this is to try to take them out while they're hot, but then you're like gonna burn yourself really bad. So I've actually asked Jesse to help me with the downpipes. This one here is actually gonna come out if I just get all this around here. Oh, I could pull this one out in a second. I will get that, but I've got to get these out, and I've got 2 of the bolts off, 3 to go, and I've put some WD-40 on them so we can go. Fuck, Mario, thank you for helping me around here. Ah!
How do you want me to help you?
Great help, Mario. That thing is heavy. It's a lot heavier than I can
What did
lift.
you expect me to do?
I don't know. Nothing, actually. Nothing.
If I dropped the camera while you did that, you would have been like, why aren't you filming?
I would have said that, but at least I wouldn't have been like trying to get the exhaust out by myself. It's got one more downpipe to get out. It's not looking good for us on the downpipe. It's tough. It's definitely tough. They're not easy, and there's 5 bolts on the downpipe. We've got 2 off. We're working on the 3rd one right now. The 4th and 5th one are not looking good. So cross your fingers that we make it. Okay, this is all for you guys to have a 9-second quarter-mile GTR rental car. All right, it's true love right there. The rear section of the muffler's in, and Jesse's down to the last bolt on the left downpipe. So basically, once we're 1 bolt away, we're feeling better. It's looking good. I mean, you can tell 4-inch exhaust looks pretty impressive. I've got the whole thing set, ready to go. So once Jesse gets that mid pipe or that downpipe out, mid pipe's going in, other downpipes go in. It's a really smooth process after that. Panels will go back on, and then I'll do the fuel tanks. I didn't do the fuel tank yet because, well, we have to take, I can't get in the door right now because I can't open the door all the way. So we'll update you as soon as we get this downpipe out. All right, guys, after a long 1-day battle with this side of the downpipe right here, Jesse got it done. All right. He can't move, I can't move. This downpipe, 2 studs broke off in the turbo side up there, and unfortunately it took us almost a day to rectify the situation, but the situation is okay. The downpipes are in. These are the brand new ones we've just got, and we're about to throw the last piece of the exhaust in. So this is the basically the mid pipe, I guess you'd call it, because there's kind of like two mid pipes on this car. So we're gonna set this in right here, and you're gonna see the car drop down. I'm gonna start it. Oh, I have to do the fuel pumps next, actually. All right, guys, I'm about to pull the fuel pumps out. Now, the way the GTR is designed is you have a fuel hat, you've got some lines, the float, and down here there's the basket. So this is a kind of a really tight squeeze, and it goes down there. I got these good gloves so I didn't have to get all dirty. There's a couple of little things that you have to unbolt inside here with your hands, kind of like your fingers that and unclip some stuff. So I'm about to pull them out right now and get the fuel hat or the fuel pump out of the car so we can take them out, and we're gonna replace them with the high flow pumps. So I'm gonna wiggle this out. It's not gonna look pretty, all right? Just bear with me.
Hey, sis, go turn the music off.
Talking. Trying to concentrate on getting this out right. All right, cool. So now on the bottom of this is the lines that basically you've got the fuel that comes from the tank into there, and then you have the return. All right, so I'm about to disconnect those now. This one was no joke. That was definitely really stuck on there. Pressure builds up in these tanks, and it's tough. I mean, it definitely can be really hard to get these off, and you don't want to break it because they're just little pieces of plastic. All right, so now try not to get the whole entire car drenched in fuel. So all right, guys, I've got everything ready to go back in. Now I've got to replace this clip right here, which I have inside, pop the other two lines on, slide this back into place, bolt it back down, all right? Bear with me as I jump in the car.
It's bigger than me. That was pretty hard.
Let's get a flex.
I'm kind of dizzy now. So, you know, garage games.
All right, well, I'm updating the Cobb. I'm loading the tune that we're gonna put on the GTR, on the Cobb, and then we're gonna flash it, and I'm gonna turn it on. So we still haven't checked for leaks yet. That's the kind of the crappy part, is you can't turn the car on and check for fuel leaks until all of it's done. So
Wait, who did the fuel system?
I did, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeesh.
It's 100% perfectly
check
fine.
it.
We're not checking anything because like I'm not gonna check. I'm just gonna go drive it.
Yeah, that's something he will do that. He would definitely do that.
One eternity later.
Guys, after a long battle with the fuel system, we finally got it ready to go. I actually ended up changing the entire setup to a billet tank and everything else. So I didn't show you guys all that because it wasn't really fun to watch anyways. So we're done. We're ready to take this thing for a test drive. We've already tuned it. We've already got it ready to go. Right now, we need to go get some ethanol. So let's get in the car and head out.
Exhaust sounds nice, man.
Yeah, I think the 4-inch was a good idea. I got 4-inch with a muffler, so it's not like insanely loud, and I think it worked out really good because in the cabin, it drives really nice. Like, you know, it's not too aggressive. There's no drone. You know, it feels really good. Sounds great too. Now you get to hear the turbos. You get to hear like the spool, the blow off. You know, there's a lot of excitement going on. All right, guys, we're on our way to the freeway so we can kind of test it, hear the sound and all those things. But on the way there, I wanted to touch on a couple little points. So one of the downfalls of flex fuel is that the car kind of constantly always has to recalibrate itself every time you fuel up. So when you rent this car, you'll notice the idle will kind of go up and down a little bit. That's just the flex fuel sensor telling the ECU what fuel octane it actually has in it, because when you mix 91 and E85, it turns into like what, maybe E70 or E60. So you know, you just want the car to always run perfect. So it adjusts the timing and the fuel and all those things to do that. So that's one of the things. Second thing is, in the summer in Vegas, it gets super duper hot. The GTR's fuel tank sits right above the transmission, which is behind us. So when the fuel vapors and stuff, they kind of like get really hot. The GTRs, and all GTRs, can start to smell a lot like gas. E85 solves that problem because ethanol doesn't smell bad. It kind of actually smells like McDonald's. It's, I believe ethanol is actually sourced from food like that, but I don't know. I think it's just corn oil refined. Don't quote me on this. Probably saying something stupid right now. But anyways, the point is the car doesn't smell bad when you use E85. The car's back at the Royalty Garage, ready for you to enjoy for $449 for 4 hours and $899 for 24 hours. It's a 9-second quarter-mile GTR, only available here at Royalty Exotic Cars. Nowhere else in the entire country are you able to get an experience like this for that type of value. But today, I want to sweeten the deal. So we're looking to get some more subscribers. So for every new 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna pick somebody and give away one of our brand new Royalty artwork paintings, right? Now these are stainless steel prints of our cars and our pictures valued at $250 a piece. So look it out, every 1,000 subscribers, we're picking someone to give away another image. All right, enjoy the day, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next video.